Alright, hey guys, how are you? This is a beautiful Wednesday talk. I'm gonna go ahead and give a shout out to Truthfinder. I have used this many times, and even in this case, I was able to pull background checks on the potential persons of interest and got a little bit of extra information from that. So, thank you to Truthfinder. If you guys want to find out who someone really is and maybe look up their background, Truthfinder is a great way to do that. And I do have that linked here in the show notes. So feel free to check out Truthfinder. All right. So I want to dive into this case. This is the Summer Wells case. It's so strange. It's so strange. Summer Wells was just in her backyard. Sister was, and they said she went downstairs, Mom, to play with her toys in the playroom. She said, I called her for a few times and didn't get a response from her, which like normally she does answer right away. So her mom went down there to investigate, and she, wasn't there. She was dressed in gray slacks, a pink blouse, and she apparently didn't have any shoes on. So, and she's about like 40 pounds, 3 feet, had blonde hair and blue eyes. And they ended up having, a frantic hunt for their daughter on their property. So they do have some property. And they just, were looking all over for her, trying to figure out like where she went. So her dad said, Don said, she left the basement when I arrived and exited through the basement door, which was unlocked. We haven't seen her since. And she was 5 at the time, and she was actually reported missing on my birthday, June 15th. 2021, at about 6:30 p.m. So over 13 days, there is more than 120 teams, including personnel from the Church Hill Rescue Squad and the Tennessee Bureau of Investigations, all come and is just like frantically searching this family's Beach Creek home. Okay. A house's driveway is like completed disappearance due to erosion. Toys have been abandoned and covered with grass and vine and dirt from like the top of the house. There's just missing child pictures. This house has been like abandoned now. So on day 10, they decided that this was like a severe incident. Coop was one of the detectives, and he said that he joined like the rescue squad to get back help to my community. The way this call was made, it was difficult for me to do everything I could attempt to find Summer Wells, because like he has a small child of his own as well. Her dad believes that she didn't just like get up and walk away, that she was actually like kidnapped, and that she would never like leave her own hill, that someone snuck up and grabbed her. Their house is kind of also secluded, so like it's up, up on the hill, and it's kind of secluded. So really, honestly, someone would have had to like drive by and see her, or had been stalking her for a while, if that's the case. So there was a recent interview with Donald, and he expanded on this notion that he was adamant that someone approached the family's home through the woodland route and abducted the girl unnoticed. Like, he is like 100% certain on this. I mean, and the police scour everything. They don't find any unusual footprints or anything like that. Boys didn't say that they saw anything as well, and that she would have like had to been transported a little distance from like down a rocky steep hill from her house. Like she would have had to been transported down. Donald was actually at work at the time, and his sons were in the house, and his wife and mother-in-law were outside planting, so they were all like there, but they were facing away from the basement entrance. So it is possible that someone could have come from the backside and grabbed her. And it is also possible that, like, an animal grabbed her or something like that. That's another theory that people have been coming up with. Other people are saying that, maybe she was like lured away. Like someone was like, hey, like, come here, come closer. Oh, I have something to show you down the hill, or, something like that. There has been search dogs that have been previously detected Summer's scent on the path, but then they lost it. They were able to track her, but at the same time, like, did she go on that trail often? Like, so if she did, like, who's to say it wasn't before then, you know? So her dad is like adamant, like, nope, someone put my daughter in a vehicle and left. Someone took my daughter there. And then her mom's also like, yeah, I think someone lured her away. So that is their theory on this, is that someone lured her away. People find these very, very interesting, and I have posted 2 on my YouTube, and so if you're not on my YouTube, you're more than welcome to go ahead and check them out, but I'll go ahead and I'll link them as well. Some people believe that, like, Summer Wells church videos, so they have kinda surfaced up. There is no parents in sight with these church videos, and the girl in the blue dress definitely looks like Summer. People have confirmed, yes, that is Summer, but like her parents are nowhere to be found in these videos. The thing is, okay, so these videos were taken during, 2021. So people were slowly going back to the church, and a lot of people just weren't going to church still, and they would view all these videos, online from Zoom, stuff like that. And these videos, most of the time, yes, there is a few that are, spread out, like when you're singing and stuff. Most of the time, though, they're just facing the podium and facing the speaker, which a lot of these videos is where Summer Wells is. She's normally by herself or with another child or with another woman. Now, this woman, people have claimed her name is Robin and that she was grooming Summer. This is all unfounded, though. This is all just theories. So that is kind of interesting, though. Like, why was Summer not with her parents, but she was with this other woman, right? Okay. But to me, I'm like, okay, this little girl could have ADHD. Like, she's going around like crazy. You have to keep moving. So I understand like having ADHD and having to keep moving. But people are like, why is she not with her family at all? Like, why is she just like up there? I don't know. I don't know if maybe this Robin person offered to watch her like while she's up there, but it is kind of weird that she's definitely back and forth a lot on the podium. A lot. And maybe this is a smaller church where it's just like, it doesn't really matter. But at the same time, and people are questioning it. So what's kind of interesting, though, on this is that a lot of Summer's pictures, posters, all of that, they have her with like shoulder length blonde. But before she went missing, she literally had like a buzz cut. Like, it was to like the scalp. And the day before she went missing, the TikTok that I think either her mom or aunt made, something like that. And she's by this barrel that says for sale. Not saying there hasn't been times that I've been like, all right, yeah, I can sell my child right now. Because sometimes they drive you up the freaking wall and you're just like, oh my gosh. And can that be kind of like construed as funny? Yes. But the fact that she went missing the day after that, is that just a weird coincidence, or was she in fact like sold? Like, this is an actual theory now that people are saying, like, maybe she was actually sold. There's also, I mean, since she's been missing, her mom has drank a little bit, and someone at the bar filmed it and posted it all over the media, calling her a bad mom because of that. Okay, I think that's not even purposeful up to this case, by the way. That does not go against her nature. I mean, she's also grieving and shit like that, and then you just take advantage of that. That's really not cool. Her mom said that they would not distribute a lie detector exam to her right away, but as the months kept going on, they finally let her take it, and she passed it with flying colors. Okay, take what you will with lie detector tests. Sometimes they're like, as a grain of salt, but then about 5 days after, the father ended up taking the test as well, and he passed as well. So, I mean, and Donald was just like, I'll do anything to have my baby back. And I fully understand that. And there was another thing saying that the financial responsibility of having this child and having to pay for this child was really hard on them. And so with that, they actually ended up selling her. Any child's expensive. I could say that about like any child's expensive. Any child can be more of a hardship, definitely. They're saying that possibly her dad ended up selling her. And the theory is that he sold her to maybe even someone at the church. And why is this a theory? Because this isn't the only child that went missing in 2021 from the same type of church that they go to. So there's a theory that like someone was like, hey, I'm the new, I'll pay you monthly or a big chunk in ahead, whatever, to give me your child. That way you don't have to have that burden anymore. There's one other that also went missing in 2021 from the Seventh-day Adventist Church. That is where they both have them. They both went to. And on April 2021, this girl disappeared on Saturday, but their mother didn't report it until Wednesday and didn't even like seem concerned about it. They are saying that there are several accounts from children from 10 to 16-year-olds that have like admitted to selling their siblings for sex, as well as the church knowingly hires sex offenders. And there are several claims of sexual abuse and claims that parents have been asked or sold their children to help their situation in life. And I did post a whole thing on that. There's a whole right now, there's a whole court thing going on with that. Again, though, I'm going to point out that all churches have terrible people in them. And I think all churches are accused of some sort of sexual abuse. So take that as you will. But the fact that two girls go missing, but they are different ages, but 2 girls go missing in 2021 from the same type of church, is that coincidental? I don't know. So I ended up using Truthfinder to figure out a little bit more on the parents' backgrounds. Okay. And one thing that I did find that Donald, he was actually arrested after her disappearance. Actually, they both have been arrested before her disappearance. Most of the time, it was just like DUIs. But anyway, so he was arrested again. This one was a DUI. And initially, he was detained on bond for $5,750. And then he was like just released on that Sunday, according to like Truthfinder and the county records there that they have. Again, if you guys want to check out Truthfinder, you're more than welcome to. That is down in my show notes. He was just arrested on a DUI, and like he was just drunk driving that Saturday night, and then he got let go that Sunday. So, but I mean, people were freaking out when he got arrested, saying, "Oh, it must be for her disappearance." Nope, it was not. It was not for her disappearance. And that judge has actually imposed like a gag order on CPS's case involving Donald and Candace after he ended up getting arrested again for a DUI. Again, both of them have been arrested for DUIs before, but her dad does have an alibi that he was at work. Mother and grandma were right there. So I guess the real question is too, did someone do this on their own? Like just like maybe stalk her or see her from the road and then decide to come and get her? Or did her parents actually set her up? I'd like to hear you guys' theories on this and what you guys think. Yeah, and as always, guys, just keep fucking going.